What's up, everyone? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and once again, thank you for joining me here. This time for your free picks for Friday in the League's Cup. That is August 9th. 10 games on the schedule, guys. That's the remaining 10 games of the round of 32 knockouts in the League's Cup. After that, we are moving on to the round of 16, then the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the finale, which I believe is sometime next week. I'm not exactly sure when, but it's been a fun tournament so far, and let's keep it going. Let's keep winning that money, guys. I know that we've been a bit slow with those free pick winners over the last couple of days, and those losses that we had were for a goal. So we are very, very close. And now that we have 10 games on the schedule, we are definitely going to be making some profit on Friday. Now, for more free picks, of course, go up to the Pickdawgz YouTube channel and check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for that. Hit that like button, guys. And of course, feel free to leave a comment. As I usually say, I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions you might have, or maybe even give you some additional pick if you are not happy with what I'm giving on this video. For my best bets, you can click the link in the description. That will get you up to my page on the pickdawgz.com website in that previous section where you can sign up, where you can get a daily pass, 3-day pass, 7-day pass, or maybe even a season long pass if that's something you want to do, because the season is just around the corner, which means that you're signing up for a whole year worth of picks, and that's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of picks, guys. And we'll be making a lot of money this season once again. Now, for those high roller banners that we have, guys, we have that Golden Boot VIP access, which gives you my absolutely best bets for every single day. Have in mind, you're not getting like 5 or 6 picks every single day. You're getting one, two, maybe three, 4 picks, depending on the slate. But like I said, those are my absolutely top bets. Games where I put a lot of money on as well, and that's where we are making a lot of money. So if you're interested, text the word gold to 443-780-5663, and we'll get you set up, guys. Just have in mind, it's not a free service, it's a paid package that lasts 30 days. Now, without further waste of time, guys, we do have 10 games on the schedule, like I said. So let's get this show on the road. Columbus versus Kansas is the first game that we have. And I think it's going to be an interesting one. Columbus is definitely the favorite here. They should be favorites because they are in better form. And overall, they have been much better team this season than Kansas has. And on top of that, they haven't lost any of their last 5 home games. Now, overall, Columbus has lost only one of their last 6 games, while Kansas is actually coming off of a loss to Toluca 2-1 in that round three of the knockouts of round two of the League's Cup group stage, which definitely interrupted their form, but definitely still a solid team that could be a threat here to Columbus. But I think this is going to be a fun game where Columbus will definitely prevail. And with that in mind, I'm taking Columbus to win and over 2.5 goals at -110. For our next matchup, guys, we have DC United playing against Mazatlan. And you know what? I'm not going to complicate it this one. For as long as DC United is going over 2.5, we have to take the over 2.5. Their last nine games have gone over 2.5. Whether they played at home or on the road, they are going over 2.5 goals. And Mazatlan coming off of a win against Nashville 2-0 is definitely going to be helpful to us in this game because I do expect them to get to the scoreboard. So, to keep it simple, DC United versus Mazatlan over 2.5 goals at -133. Cincinnati will be hosting Santos Laguna in the next matchup, and I gotta be honest, guys, there's no betting against Cincinnati right now. They were losing 2-0 against NYC until 79th minute, I believe, and then they scored 4 goals in the last 12, 13 minutes of a game, and they got a 4-2 win against NYC. Now, Santos Laguna had to go to penalty shootout against Atlanta to get a win and to qualify for the knockouts of this competition. But I don't think that they have the offense to outscore Cincinnati in this game. So I'm going to take Cincinnati at -1 on the Asian handicap line at -115, which means that if Cincinnati wins by a goal, we get a push. If they win by two or more, we get a nice winner. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see a 3-0, maybe even 4-0 win here for Cincinnati. New England and NYCFC is that a bit of a neighborly matchup, let's call it like that, up on the East Coast. New England is coming off of a win, and even though it was a penalty shootout win, it definitely kept their form on a high and positive level because they have won both of their games in the League's Cup group stage, while NYC is coming off of that loss against Cincinnati, like I said, 4-2, and I believe that has them shaken up a little bit. So, with all that in mind, I think that New England does not deserve to be the underdogs that they are, certainly not at plus 225, which I'm going to take advantage of. And I'm going to take New England on the double chance at minus 133. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one going to the penalty shootout as well. Orlando is hosting Cruz Azul, and even though they are quite evenly matched, well, plus 175 on Orlando, plus 155 on Cruz Azul, I'm not sure what Orlando did to deserve this treatment from the books. They have won uh, six of their last seven games while not losing any of those seven games overall. They have defeated Montreal in round one. They have defeated San Luis after a penalty shootout in that round two of the group stage. While Cruz Azul, I gotta be honest, hasn't been anything special in this tournament. They've scored only one goal in the regular time. They lost one game after penalty shootout. They won the other game also after a penalty shootout. And this is a game where we have to go with Orlando. I don't mind taking them on the money line at plus 175, but I decided to cover my bases and take Orlando to qualify at minus 108. This includes penalty shootout as well. And however I look at this game, guys, Orlando at home is definitely a much, much, much better team than Cruz Azul is on the road. And that's my logic for my pick, which is Orlando to qualify at minus 108. Philadelphia and Montreal should be another interesting matchup that we have going on in the League's Cup round of 32, guys. Montreal hasn't kept a clean sheet in this matchup in any of their last 12 games against Philadelphia. Now, Philadelphia on the other side was absolutely brilliant up until they lost to Cruz Azul in that game in the group stage after a penalty shootout, that is. But before that, they were on a three-game winning streak. They've scored a bunch of goals, and I think they will score at least a couple of goals here in this game. Montreal needed a win against San Luis. They got it. They got a 3-2 win. They've scored four goals in those two group stage games, and I also think that they will score in this game. Despite being such big underdogs, Montreal is still a very, very solid team that can definitely score goals. So both teams to score in over 2.5 goals at minus 128. This is my pick for this game. For our next matchup, guys, we are going to Houston, where Houston is playing against Toluca, but Toluca is technically the home team in this matchup. But I think this is also going to be a very interesting game here. Toluca hasn't lost any of their last seven games. They're playing pretty well. While Houston on the other side is coming off of a win against Salt Lake. It was an impressive win, 3-0, which I did not expect them to keep a clean sheet. But in this game, I simply have to take the over 2.5, minus 133. If I'm being honest, I don't see Houston keeping two clean sheets in a row, while Toluca has conceded at least a goal in each of their last three games, while conceding in four of their last five overall. So over 2.5 goals at minus 133. St. Louis and Portland is the next matchup we have in the League's Cup, guys. And you know what? I'm gonna go a bit of a opposite side of the books here. The books are still favoring St. Louis at plus 145, and I know that they're playing their best football at home. But Portland right now is having a lot of offense. They've scored six goals in two group stage games, conceded only one. Defeated Colorado 4-0. Before that, they defeated Club Leon 2-1. While St. Louis on the other side is coming off of a loss to Juarez after a penalty shootout. And even though they are at home here, I think they might get to the scoreboard, but I honestly can't side with them. I do not have a lot of confidence in this St. Louis team this season. So, like I said, I'm going to go opposite the books, and I'm going to go for a full swing here in this one, guys. I'm taking both teams to score and Portland to win in regular time at plus 280. 2-1, 3-1 win for Portland. That's what I'm looking at here, and I might even sprinkle something on the correct score. Might take 2-1 and 3-1, or maybe even something like that. for like half a unit or something, and just to make it a little bit more interesting. So, St. Louis versus Portland, both teams to score, and Portland to win at plus 280. Now, Juarez will be traveling to Colorado in the next matchup, and like I said, Colorado, I mean, they barely got a win. They equalized that game to 1-1 in like 97th minute, and they won it in a penalty shootout that was against Club Leon, and they needed that win to qualify for the knockouts. While Juarez on the other side is undefeated in their last two games. They beat St. Louis in a penalty shootout. They beat Dallas 2-0 in round one of the group stage. And honestly, I don't think that they deserve to be the underdogs that they are at plus 200. So once again, I'm going to take advantage of that. Even though Colorado is the home team here, I'm going to take Juarez on the double chess at minus 128. Um, as long as this goes to penalty shootout, I don't really care who wins it, if I'm being honest. As long as we get Juarez to win or draw in the 90 minutes. So I'm taking Juarez on the double chess at minus 128. And the last pick of this video, guys, is Club America versus Atlas, a Mexican matchup in the round of 32 of the knockouts in the League's Cup. Uh, Club America hasn't lost this matchup in any of their last four games. We have often seen both teams scoring in this game, but we often seen both teams not scoring as well. Atlas coming off of a loss to Salt Lake City 2-1. We'll see how much will that impact their current form. While Club America is actually playing their first game in the League's Cup, they got straight to the knockouts because they were in what semifinals or something like that last season. And with that in mind, guys, I think this is gonna be a bit of a slow-paced game. I think it's gonna be a bit of a battle between the two Mexican teams. And because of that, I'm going to go with the draw in this one at plus 280. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see a nil-nil draw in the 90 minutes, but I also wouldn't be surprised to see a 1-1 draw or maybe even 2-2 draw in this game. So we'll see how this one will go, but I'm going to stick to the draw at plus 280. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. These were 10 free picks for the League's Cup on Friday. We have a busy day. The games that we have on Thursday are yet to kick off, so there's still time for you to put some bets in to get those free picks. The video is up on the Pickdawgz YouTube channel, so check it out, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and of course, good luck with all of your bets. And I'll see you soon with more free picks.